gentlemen, and welcome to the Wrestling Draft. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wrestling Draft.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. No, not Christmas. Some of your Saint Nick up your sack. It is the Wrestling Draft. It's the start of a brand new season. It's the selection show, and that right there is what happens when you let Stephen Wilson in charge of the technical side of things. I am your host for today, Scott McLeod, welcoming you to the beginning of yet another season. It's going to be a right sprint of a season. We're missing the first 2 weeks out post-Survivor Series, but we're going straight onto the Rumble. Some people did suggest we make up for the time that we lost by extending this to the Elimination Chamber, and those people are told where they could shove that idea, because some things are sacred around here. I am your humble play-by-play man, your good old JR before recent things, and joining me is my Jerry Lawler, the man who likes to give his colour commentary. David Hockney, how are you?
Yeah, how fitting that you put me in the position of king when I walk away from the War Games sweep as the War Games champion, along with Stephen and the rest of the West End Country Club. So it's been a pretty strong week for the West End Country Club, albeit we came up short in the Iron Survivor Challenge. You know, Stephen pulling the cheeky Javon Evans roll up at the last minute. But nonetheless, it's been a few good results, still maintaining that solid position. But here's hoping the Royal Rumble can turn things around.
That was a longer answer than was necessary. But
Ryan Dalglish immediately joining the chat. How's it going, folks? Good to see you, Ryan.
Not the same, Ryan, without your absurd outfits that we can poke fun of. Speaking of Stephen, the man who pulled out the Iron Survivor sweep by 1 point, putting Dave in second place once again. There's a phrase no one has ever said and will ever say again. He really pulled it out because of Kendall Gray. Stephen, how are you?
Well, I would like to highlight my exquisite new digs played for in advance from the West End Country Club. Thank you, Dave.
You're welcome, by the way. Big payout from winning the War Games streak.
That's the cover story. Really, Stephen's in witness protection. I can't show you where he's actually is. There you go, the piano. Go on, Stephen, give us a tune. Go on.
I would.
That's a fucking piano right there.
Bit tone deaf, I'm afraid. Speaking of tunes.
Oh, for good Lord. I'm glad I just had my dinner before this. Jesus, I feel unwell, but we're not here to mess about with all that. We are here to focus on the draft. Usual rules apply, but for those of you who are new, well, wait to kick this off in your first introduction, but the wrestling draft is simple. You need one tag team and 5 singles picks, a 3-2 split between males and female, but your tag team can be women or men, depending. You can have managers, but there'll be 1 appearance point per show. And then at the end, we'll assign a team name and a captain per team. We are running all the way up to the Rumble, and you really want to hope you get a Rumble winner or someone who has a strong performance in the Rumble on your team. Now, the selection order was sorted out pre the show. Andy Mitchell, or Andre Michel to his friends, was selected number 1, and he has already made his first choice, as is his right. And he's already chosen Braun Breaker, the man who will challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship on January 5th. Dave, some mixed reactions in the chat when this was announced. What are you thinking on that pick?
Oh, you know what? I think that's probably the smartest play Andy could have made, because not only is Braun Breaker challenging for the World Heavyweight title first Raw of 2026, but he's also been rumored to be a heavy favourite to win the men's Royal Rumble, assuming he doesn't win the championship. But even with the captaincy applied straight away, I think Braun Breaker, he's been the talk of the town since winning for his team at War Games. I think you couldn't have had a stronger start for Andy Mitchell.
Yeah, it was one thing to have the Bronze as a tag team before, in the preseason when they're part of the division, but really, the rocket strapped to Bromberg, you got to get in there early. Now, the second person up is Tom Brock, and Tom is unable to join live, but he did send me a list in advance, and he did specify to pick in order from top to bottom, and at the very top of his list was the name Bianca Belair, a potential person rumored to return for the Women's Royal Rumble. this is that kind of season where you can maybe take a chance on somebody who hasn't yet returned to TV because, well, Rumble seasons all the time for surprise returns. Dave, what are your thoughts on that? She may not have been that high on your list, but
yeah, very bold because she's been out for a very long time with that hand injury, which appears to be a lot worse than was originally let on. But there have been rumors and circulations going around that she could be back in time for the Rumble, although it has been announced she might have to get surgery on that hand. Whether it keeps her out of the Rumble remains to be seen. I think that's quite a risky play from Tom Brock, if I do say so, especially when you've got other females on the roster, which I think might be more likely to not only appear but also win the Rumble.
Well, Dave, you're no stranger to a sore hand, so we'll go on to you next because you're next in the order for your selection. It's on to you for your first round pick.
But you know what? I'm glad Tom chose Bianca because I did have a pick to win the Women's Royal Rumble, and she is still on the board. I am taking the recently returning Liv Morgan.
Interesting.
I don't like you, man. Jeez.
Nah, I think, Liv's been hot property for a long time. The shoulder injury obviously was a massive speed bump on her program. But I think she could potentially be a potential opponent for Stephanie Vaquer somewhere down the line. And I think out of everybody on the roster, I think she's most likely to have a strong showing, if not on the build up to the Rumble, at least with all the appearances around Judgment Day.
Very, very interesting. A pick, a staple of David Campbell, the winner of last season. That plucky underdog. He's only a 7-time winner now. Seven time. He's down at the bottom.
6, 7.
That's plenty.
How do you do, fellow kids?
He is down at the bottom, so there's no chance he was going to get someone like Liv Morgan. But so now it comes to myself, a man who's won this Road to Rumble season twice before. I'm hoping for the trifecta. Now, I'm hoping for somebody in the first round who will win the men's Royal Rumble. And Braun Breaker, you mentioned him in Punk at Mania after the Rumble, because that's rumored to be one of the main events of WrestleMania. The other rumored main event involved Cody Rhodes, and the man I'm going to pick, Roman Reigns.
Interesting.
Bold.
Very bold.
You got to go bold in this game sometimes.
Oh, yeah, especially if it's Rumble season, you've got to take a gamble on a lot of things. And obviously, I think Roman Reigns' appearances will probably be limited building up to the Rumble. But as for the Rumble itself, because not only do you get points for winning, but you also get points for being the Iron Man performer and for getting the most eliminations. So Reigns, I think, is probably up there for getting most eliminations. So you could still get some points from there, even if he doesn't win. But I think Roman's a strong bet to win a second Rumble.
Yeah, I think weirdly, I'm actually surprised he hasn't won another Rumble. It's been over 10 years since he won his last one.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Now, despite what Dave may have been saying and crying the name of Alan Laurie, I believed in this man to finally pull out the win in Listed League. Anthony Fitzpatrick joining the big boys here. Stephen, I believe it falls to you to relay us who Anthony Fitzpatrick's first round pick will be.
Yes, Mr. Fitzpatrick, straight off a plane, nursing a dirty hangover after a weekend stag do in Benidorm, has picked the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
Oh, very,
very
nice.
Smart.
Especially with the return of Liv Morgan, the Judgment Day are a dominant presence on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Dom has just very much been a commodity in the first round for the past few seasons, so I'm definitely not shocked with that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's been a massive scorer in past seasons as well. Not only been defending the Intercontinental title left, right, and center, but he did defeat John Cena at Survivor Series to regain it. So I imagine he's going to go on another bit of a run defending the title. So yeah, very good choice for Anthony. And pull one out for Alan Laurie. He was leading the Listeners League last season, and he was robbed at the final hurdle.
He did. He was not robbed. He lost fair and square. He's a big boy. He'll get over it. But we should mention Dominic Mysterio. There's double points to be had here potentially, because also not only title defense points for any Intercontinental title matches, but now under the new rule with any titles defended on a WWE or AEW counted show, if Dominic Mysterio at some point in a WWE branded show, not AAA, WWE, PLE or WWE Special, defends the AAA Mega Championship, that is taken as well.
That's true. I forgot about that. That was implemented at the end of last season. So yeah, if Dom defends the AAA mega title on WWE programming or AEW programming, the points will count. So yeah, very good. Matt Smith as well, setting the vibes off straight away. He sent me in his first pick, and he's going with Mammy Rhea Ripley.
Oh,
That's a very unvibe pick. That's just a smart pick. Not like him.
This is smart. It's really underwhelming for him.
Well, you need to get the vibes going a little bit. You can't just jump in all vibes and stuff. I reckon we'll see more vibes from Matt Smith as the selection continues. But Rhea Ripley, can't argue with that. Strong contender for maybe most eliminations in the Rumble. Could be an Iron Woman performance. Not sure if she'll win it, but like the case with Roman Reigns, he can still get points for most eliminations. I think Rhea's a good option for that.
Yeah, it's weird. The other women I think have taken her thunder in terms of the first round. But on to JP, who just sent me his first pick through. Now, obviously, recent points from deadline will not be counted as that happened outside this window. Also, the draft starts next minute, so no points to be counted for Saturday night's main event. Although this man will likely be riding a big wave coming out of Saturday's main event. JP's first pick, the Ring General, Gunther.
Gunther, yes.
Yeah, he's got to get a push. He's going to get a push after that show.
Must do, yeah. All
You
caps
want to
as well.
another-
Gunther.
You want to talk another bloody Iron Man or potentially, most eliminations contender? That's Gunther right there after.
That's right, yeah.
Basically after
I think he could win the Rumble, actually. It'd be interesting if he actually ended up winning the Rumble.
I wouldn't rule it out.
But it comes to you now, Stephen.
Yeah, between two. Normally I would pick the first one, but because it's Rumble season, I'm going to take a punt and go with somebody I think is an outside bet for the Rumble itself. I'm going to go with Io Sky.
All right, then.
I did consider Io Sky at one point for my first round. I think she could be a potential dark horse to win.
Why didn't you take her and let me take Liv Morgan? How did that sound?
I don't know. I had more confidence in Liv Morgan on the build up to the Rumble as well as potentially winning. That's why.
Interesting enough, Io and Rhea have been in the tag team recently, and looks like they're going after the women's tag titles. So, any matches for those belts are important on the road to the Rumble rather than not just the Rumble itself. But we come on to Dave's best buddy, pal, and the whole Writers world, Robert fucking Shaw.
All right, yeah. Next. Did he send a list ahead of time, or is he actually watching?
He's the reason we're drafting at 9 o'clock.
Of course it is.
There's always one guy who has to ruin it for everyone. And of course, he's a friend of Dave's.
Yeah. And he has chosen a very, very good contender, the highest scorer from last season, no less. He's chosen the women's world champion, Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah, I was between Stephanie and you.
See, I'm not to downgrade on Io, Rhea, or Liv. But, they've all performed strong in the past, especially Liv. Coming off injury, she's likely to be right in the mix for championships. But I'm surprised it took this far into the first round for Stephanie to be picked. But after the performance she had for David Campbell last season, I think a big part of David Campbell winning last season was down to Stephanie Vaquer's strong performance as Women's World Champion.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I think she's going to rack up at least a couple more title defenses under her wing. Assuming, she holds the title all the way up to the Royal Rumble as well. But out of the Royal Rumble match herself, he could be robbing some points. I'll be interested to see, what the rest of his team comprises of, and then we'll see how that might affect his seasonal performance.
All right. So this is the exact words I'm getting from Dan Axel Jameson. Too many WWE Disney picks. So he's crossing over for the first AEW pick of the season. And also the first few weeks of the season on AEW, the main thing will be the Continental Classic. He's choosing the defending Continental Champion, Okada.
Ooh, bold. Okada's not currently the highest scorer in the Continental Classic, so I'm pretty sure I spelt it correctly as well. So
he is a big tournament wrestler, though.
I think with the weird...
And he's guaranteed to have matches as well for the next few weeks. So, match appearances will definitely rock up. Whether he's going to win or lose them, I guess that remains to be seen.
So at the end of December, we do have World's End where they do the block finals and the actual final. And the weird way they're talking about how the title works if Okada loses, I think he at least gets through the semis. So there is a strong performance there, and then the Sterling to be told afterwards. Very interesting for Okada to be the first AEW pick. But now we move on to Alan Lucas, who had a very surprising performance last season, thanks to a lot of AEW picks. But who has he got first?
I'm just waiting on him. He's not answering messages, so I don't really know what's going on.
Should we give it a timer, and whoever, if they don't make it in time, we just draft for them?
I wouldn't draft for someone. I would maybe just take him. He's been tagged, so let's see what's happening.
Where JB saying in our chat, Dan picks AEW, grass is green, water is wet, so no surprises from some people.
Yeah, JP's posted something in the chat as well, but I don't think it bears worth repeating, and I'm very offended by it.
Of course you would, Tory.
Oh no, it's nothing to do with being a Tory. I'll just say that much.
I would have picked Stephanie Vicker.
FYI, I'm not a Tory, just to be perfectly clear.
We think thou protest too much, but Dave, weirdly, I'll take the thing to mention. I actually thought you might pick Roman Reigns. So if you had to pick Roman Reigns instead of me, I might have went for Stephanie Vicker. So for me, it was between Vicker and Roman in that moment, and let my Rumble thinking maybe influence that decision.
Well, early on, I think it's pretty clear most people have got the Royal Rumble in mind. Both thinking of who's going to win the men's, who's going to win the women's. Andy Mitchell picking Braun Breaker, I think that was a no-brainer right from the off. I think he's been heavily favorited to win the men's Rumble, but not much focus on him putting on the women's Rumble. A lot of names, big names as well, being thrown up in the air. Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky. Robert Shaw's sort of been the one to sort of break the Rumble selection a little bit, and he's went with a firm champion. JP, though, I think he's missed out on a good chance to maybe capitalize on a champion pick, but don't take anything away from Gunther. The guy's win-loss record speaks for itself, and he has had a couple of very strong Royal Rumble performances, usually finishing in the top 4 in most cases. So, yeah, I think Gunther...
What's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Not read any messages in a while, so I would actually just skip them. And then
JP says choose Chad Gable.
Yeah.
Do we just leave him blank, or do we make his choices for him?
No, let's make his choices for him.
I would leave him blank. Yeah, I would leave him blank.
All right, you can pick up the scraps afterwards then.
Yeah. Jump to Gary. Gary.
All right, so Gary Morris, hope you're paying attention because the fourth official needs to get his first round pick on the board, and he has done so in a big way. Someone who I think, Scott and I predicted we hoped would go round 1 this time around after being round 2 a few times, and he's finally made it to the big time. Please welcome to round 1, the NXT champion, the ruler, Oba Femi.
There we go. I mean, it's 50-50 on, Cody Woods is very protected. I don't see Uba winning that match at Saturday's main event, but at least if he doesn't win, Guy doesn't lose anything.
Doesn't count, though. Scoring doesn't start till Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets past the Cody match and he can just go on a tear. But he does have Javon Evans to face at New Year's Evil. Potential title defense in this
around as well. So now I believe via Stacey Smith, via one of us, David Campbell is going to make his next picks. He's going to make his first and second round picks, the benefits of the snake draft.
Oh dear.
She is going to send them in. Apparently a lot of David's choices are on the board already. So
really?
I mean, that's not really surprising.
Well,
I think if you're going to be this late down, you're going to...
I know he was wanting EO because he told me earlier on, so that was his fault.
You really should learn not to tell people things like that.
So 2 picks, of course, back to back here. So
Nikki Bella, Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, Daniel Bryan, Birdie Bella,
Mother Bella.
What's their brother's name?
Brother Bella.
Brother Bella.
Just don't pick their father-in-law. That could be awkward.
Kathy Bella.
Okay. 1 on the board. Round 1 pick from SmackDown. Jade Cargill.
Ooh, okay.
Good. And another champion off the board there.
Well, follow-up message. I was warned not to choose Nikki Bella.
I'm
Jade
sure she
Cargill's
was.
Jade Cargill's been making some waves, but not really had a match since coming. Well, I think no, she's had one match since becoming women's champion. But
Yes.
both women's champions now off the board for WWE.
But of
And
all
the second pick is in. You talk about no matches for Jade Cargill, Dave, but this is somebody who they've teased as a match for Jade Cargill in recent weeks. It's your old friend Dave, Charlotte Flair.
Woo!
well, there you go. No
Interesting.
chance for Dave getting Charlotte and Alexa as a tag team once again. And
That's
also,
okay.
not surprising, the GOAT goes for strong female picks early on.
I mean, what else would you expect from the wrestling draft women's champion? All right, back to Gary Morris. And interesting. He takes Chelsea Green.
I'll be honest with you, I thought that's who Stephen was referencing because they've done some segments between Chelsea and Jade in recent weeks. You have a weird look on your face there, Stephen.
I don't think she's the appearance juggernaut that we'd maybe have liked her in previous seasons. I just think she's going to eat L's. They're not going to do the thing with her at the Rumble. They gave that post away on the Netflix shows.
Yeah.
Real, yeah.
But she is CML, no, or is it AAA mixed tag champions at the minute? So she is a double champion, technically.
Yeah, she appears on NXT. It's not the worst package.
NXT SmackDown, United States Women's Champion, double champion again. It goes back to the Dominic argument. I don't know. There could be something in there, but round two, I don't know.
I'm willing to eat my words on it, but round two, especially this early on the board with the names still available.
Yeah,
I'm sure about it, Gary.
I think there could have been better options, but I think getting Chelsea early might be a bit of a dark horse, but we'll see how it goes.
Right, lads, we've got much more to go, and Dan is keeping the AEW train going. Another woman off the board, a woman who could be a champion after winter is coming, the timeless one, Toni Storm.
Ooh,
good pick.
Very solid. That kind of messes up some plans a little bit, but I think Dan's smart to get Toni Storm. You know, she's been very good scorer from an AEW perspective, even though she's not women's champion anymore. I think arguably the best character on AEW TV, but she does still have championship aspirations, maybe just not in the way people anticipated at this stage. But it does create a potential opportunity for a later pick as a result.
She is going to win the women's tag title, so that's the thing.
So yeah, if people could just remember who she's tagging with, then you might get some easy points right there. Anyway, it's Robert fucking Shaw's turn. Let's see who he's got. And he's typing. Hope he's been paying attention to the selections because it's going to be quite interesting to see what goes from here. Come on, Robert, don't leave us hanging.
See, being in the first 4 or 5 is good at the start, and then when you get to the end of the second round, you already start feeling it.
Oh, bold. Robert says he's going to go with the guy who will win the Rumble after dropping the title in the new year. He's choosing CM Punk.
Old to state so blatantly that he thinks he's going to win the Rumble. Wouldn't be surprised if he does drop the title, but yeah, I would expect the world champion to be put this high up.
Side note, R.I.P. Larry.
Yes,
I think it's not the worst strategy to go with a title champion, especially a guy like Punk, as he mentioned, who could lose, at the start of the month and then just go into the Rumble. I don't think it's the worst strategy. I mean, one side he wins that match against Breakker, the other side as he goes into the Rumble. I don't think it's the worst move.
No, not a bad idea.
At the Rumble.
But you have to assume he drops the title before the Rumble or he defends the title at the Rumble. So it's a bit of a 50-50 gamble, but I think it's a gamble worth taking.
Also, it's worth pointing out he's now got both of Raw's world champions.
Very Raw heavy for Robert Shaw.
He likes it Raw. Anyway, Stephen, on to you.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to get the first tag team off the board. I didn't get Liv Morgan from the Judgment Day, but I'm going to get the other 2 females from the stable. Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez come to my team.
Oh, interesting. A part of the winning Team GOAT last season. Not a lot of don't think there was a lot of initial flair behind these two, but I think they actually proved to be very useful in terms of appearance points.
Yeah, I think your logic, Dave, we're going for Liv. The same applies with these two. Where Liv's going to be, they two are going to be.
That's true.
Especially after the Raw ending last week. Something could happen tonight. Who knows? Because we are drafting before Raw.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
as things stand, I'm happy.
There's
And
a
you
great
can't take-
segment with the titles where it does seem like they were going to let Raquel and Liv team again together, even though she's also teasing the world title. So,
Yes.
or these
Mm,
guys team as regularly.
There's not many good tag teams right now either. So
yeah, and the women's tag title scene needs a bit of a shake-up.
Anyway, JPE had Gunther in the first round, and he's chosen a champion for the second round. Man that Gunther knows very well, the current United States champion, Ilya Dragunov.
Damn it! I was ready to choose him as well.
Wins every week. Yeah, it's a solid pick at this point.
Yeah,
I would say.
Yep. United States Open Challenge has been going in, week out. You know, much like the TNT Championship Open Challenge in past seasons. I think this is a very, very good pick for JP.
Now we want to Matt Smith. Will the vibes begin in round 2, or is he going to try to take with a bigger name that we've missed?
Okay, Matt, give us some vibes here. And he is typing, so I'm expecting.
Stacey Smith is very angry at Stephen Wilson right now, by the way. Taking all of the picks.
All I'm going to say is that the GOAT was surprisingly open to me
Anthony's
about
furious as well. Anthony's furious. He was also going to pick Ilya Dragunov as well. I was going to pick him round 2. So, now that is interesting. Not sure how this could translate to round 2, but Matt Smith bringing the vibes with his next pick. Logan Paul.
I wouldn't call it vibes. I mean, he's part of the vision. He's one of the main heels on Raw at the minute.
I mean,
definitely going to be.
He doesn't compete that much, though.
He was joking he was going to pick the 2 Pauls. Obviously, one Paul doesn't appear on TV, so the fact he's picked Logan Paul, and let's be honest, Logan Paul is he's squared up to Rey Mysterio last week. He's called his shot at the IC title. Would I have done it? No. Is it the worst pick? No. Again, would I have done it
round 2?
No, but
don't think so.
It's Matt. Yeah, but it's Matt. You know,
it is Matt. Yeah. If for anybody that's watching that doesn't know, Matt Smith is all about vibes here on this draft, and he seems to be getting a good vibe from Logan Paul.
So Anthony Fitzpatrick did have the Intercontinental Champion. He got robbed of the United States Champion. But who will he take instead? Is he going to have to think on his feet? He is hungover, we must remember.
Yep.
I'm going to say, let's see what he comes up with. Let's see if
he drafts a winning team all hungover, I'm going to be fuming. Maybe I should start drinking again if that's the case.
But Steve goes to win this draft.
I don't know why we haven't done one where we've all been drunk doing one of these shows. Who knows?
I'll end up second place to the guy who drafts his team while hungover.
But you very nearly lost to AI last season.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not worse than losing to AI.
Yeah, well, I beat AI, I beat the Iguana, and I beat Andy Mitchell. I think that's pretty much sums it up.
Right, we have our second tag team.
Where's Anthony playing at? Come on, Dave.
Hello, second tag team. Right, I know who's
second tag team off the board. He's went with the champions, Asuka and Kairi Sane, the Kabuki Warriors.
Oh, okay.
It's a strong women's tag team, I'll have to say. Strong pick in the women's tag division. They seem to be paying attention to the women's tag team scene again here on Raw and SmackDown. Coincidental that the other side is also doing a women's tag division, but that's just me. This is where I would usually consider going for a women's pick, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stick on the men's side because looking closely at this, I'm surprised that a pick has slipped through who's not going to lose his tail, I don't think, this season. The man that Roman Reigns could face if he wins the Rumble. Adrenaline in my soul. My second round pick is Cody Rhodes.
Bloody hell, yeah. I think that's the first time we've seen Cody Rhodes drop to round 2. this early
No,
on.
he was down a few rounds a couple of seasons ago after Mania.
Oh, that's right.
I think he
Yeah,
went round
after
four. I
Mania.
think he went round 4, round 5 after Mania. But yeah, as the champ, round 2 it is quite low.
Yeah,
That's
I think
mental.
to probably compete at the Rumble or the Saturday's main event before the Rumble, like you blow up the Drew McIntyre thing, you'll definitely keep that belt through the Rumble.
Oh, 100%. It's just how much
totally.
is going to wrestle is the question in such a short season. Worth the punt. He's the champ though, so it's worth the punt.
Anywho, yes. So I'm just going through my list. I think I should take a tag team at this stage, and still a few good ones off the board. But for this one, I will say, yeah, give me FTR.
Yeah.
The combined FTR this year.
Looks like they're going up against Austin. What's it called? The Young Guns or something similar?
The Bang Bang Gang.
The Gang Bang Gang. That's it. Yeah.
The gang.
Yeah, whatever they're called.
I'm going back to Tom's list. Now,
Yes, Tom.
The top of his list was Bianca Belair. Obviously, Roman Reigns has since gone. Liv Morgan's gone. There's a few people who were picked after the next person, but if I'm going in order, there's somebody who a lot of people have also talked about for the Rumble, even though his current picking doesn't reflect it. But going by the list, Tom Brock next pick is Sami Zayn.
Hoping he was going to drop the. Hoping he was going to be still there.
The Rumble, as maybe some people might forget, the Rumble is in Saudi Arabia in January. He was
the favourite for it. He was the favourite for it for a while, and I think current booking has kind of swayed him away from it.
Yeah,
but he's still a strong contender, as Dave said. The Rumble's in Saudi.
Yeah, if Sami's going to have a strong performance at a big show in Saudi for the world title, I think it's not going to be a Rumble, and it's going to maybe be a main event match at the Saudi Mania the following year, something like that.
Yeah, I could see that.
That makes more sense.
So now we got a double dose of Andy Mitchell. The man who championed Sami Zayn last season.
First pick, he's also crossed to the line, not to TNA, to AEW. He's gone with the AEW Women's Champion, Chris Statlander. That's the first of his 2 picks.
Very good.
And we await his second pick.
Yeah, it's good to see Chris Statlander back on the board as well. It's been it's been good to see her since she's regained the women's title.
He's taking a page out of his idol David Campbell's playbook. Andy would hate me for saying that. He would say that he was the Jedi to the Padawan Campbell. So whatever. Anyway, Bronson Reed. He's gone with Bronson Reed.
Yeah, I think that's pretty wise.
There you go. He's round 1 picking his 3rd round pick. We'll double up on in terms of appearance points. Where one goes, the other will likely go. Even if Bronson doesn't compete as much. But yes, a decent. He is adhering to the split, and I'm going to go back now to Tom Brock's list. And judging by the ordering here, we would go to his next available female pick, and she is not like most female picks. She would be Nia Jax. I like Tom, if he watches this back, to know I'm going in order like you told me to do.
It's not like most picks.
There's only one her. Okay. Tough spot. Third round is always a tricky one because I've got a few names popping into my head. But if I had to choose...
Well, you do, yes.
I know. Piss off. You know what? I'm going to revisit one of my old team's picks from last season. And someone who did pretty well with a late surge and becoming an inaugural champion. I'm going to take another stab at Ricochet.
Your brother in baldness. Very nice.
Big Trev. I mean, he is defending the title on Collision as well, so I'm expecting maybe a few title defenses under his wing, maybe the same way that Ilya Dragunov is defending the US title. So I'm taking that as maybe a sign of good faith that, I could rack up some sneaky title defense points in there.
Dave picking somebody who's got more charisma than. It's always good to see.
I think it's also the time I go to the female picks now. Looking at the
About
list
time.
I've got available. Stephen Vicaire, Chris Tatlander, they're gone. Chicago's obviously gone. I'm going to go to a women's champion, a woman who surprised a lot of us. And a woman who I think will continue that surprising reign by going through New Year's Evil, JC Jane.
Yeah, good pick. Good shout.
Smart. I mean, you've seen who the Iron Survivor winner is, and
Yeah, I talked
you
about it
know-
right at the start of the show. Like,
yeah, JC Jane has really proven a lot of doubters wrong. She's now a 2-time NXT Women's Champion. I reckon she'll have a more viable second run now that the first run wasn't as big a shocker as this time around. So, no, I said that wrong. Her second one isn't as big a shocker
Lord,
compared
Dave.
to the first one. Piss off.
Anyway, we have Anthony's next pick.
Please.
Scott making reference to Ricochet and Dave with the baldness. Well, Anthony has picked the king of the balds from AEW, the leader of the Don Callis family, the man himself, Mr. Don Callis.
And I'm surprised he doesn't get picked that often, I don't think, in terms of the points. I mean, we're not in the heydays of the pandemic manager's appearance, but
he was the 5th top scorer last season with 79 as a manager.
Well, there you go. I think a perfect place is round about here in the 3rd round, like Don Callis. So, Matt Smith, what two people who could not be further apart, Rhea Ripley and Logan Paul. Will he find someone a bit more in the middle for his pick?
I think he's got he's vibing quite well here. I think he's got potentially a winner of the Continental Classic, unless he's not in it, which in this case I'm going to look really stupid here. Although I know you're going to say, I look stupid anyway, but fuck yous both. But anyway, Matt Smith chooses Konosuke Takeshita.
Yeah,
good pick. Very good pick.
I would have picked Takeshita in this round if I didn't realise a lot of the good female picks are going to go. So
yeah, I
definitely think Takeshita is going to win.
He's on my list.
Seems to be teasing a match with Okada somewhere down the line as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're going to be the final of the C2. Him and Okada, I think.
It makes sense, yeah.
Looking at JP's team so far, this is going to either be a team that storms to victory or underwhelms. Nope. One of the two, because he's got Ilya Dragunov and another champion, a women's champion, a women's intercontinental champion, Maxine Dupree.
What a time. Maxine Dupree round 3.
Maxine Dupree round 3. Fucking hell.
Who would have thought it? A woman who has not wrestled or appeared live on Raw other than in vignettes since she won the belt.
Is she going to be more than a paper champion, though? I think that's the gamble JP's going to take here.
We'll see. I mean,
just bear in mind the women's intercontinental champion doesn't have a good record in Royal Rumble matches. Just remember how quickly Lyra Valkyria got eliminated last year.
Doesn't have that great a record other than that summer season last year between Becky and Lyra at that point. Otherwise, it's not been the greatest because Becky was on a roll for Gary Karen and then lost to Maxine, who wasn't even drafted, I don't think.
Steven's got to go next, and he's only got women on the board at the minute, so maybe delve into the male side of things now.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go with a male pick. I'm swaying between a couple, but I'm thinking Rumble points potentially in the offing. He's not been picked yet. I can't believe he's not been picked yet. From Monday Night Raw, let's get ready to eat, guys. Main event, Jey Uso.
I think that angle after losing in the last time is now tournament is people think, is he going to be off TV for a bit or what's going to happen? But
he's crashed out massively since losing in the tournament.
He's going to be there and thereabouts. Rumble points potentially. I mean, I think it's a decent show. I mean, it could fall flat on my face, like Scott says as well. Well aware of that one, but it depends how they do this angle going up to the Rumble. He's not going to win the Rumble again, but he'll be in there for some. He'll either be in there for a while or he'll get chucked out in 2 minutes.
So Robert Shaw's got the 2 top champions on Raw. Will he be exotic and go somewhere like SmackDown or NXT? Who knows?
No, he's sticking with Raw again. And he's going with the man, Becky Lynch.
Great third round pick. Or should be saying it? Lots of people are saying it. Sports Illustrated said it. It's the perfect third round pick.
Well, I was going to say if if her tweets are anything to go by, I think should we call her Becky Trump?
She's got good
Don't
picks.
disrespect a man like that.
Got good picks. Got great picks. The best
Depends
picks.
who you're there, Stevie. But anyway, Dan Axel Jameson.
I'm
Who's he
seeing
got?
Oh, we've got another tag team off the
Yes,
board.
tag teams are coming in now.
It is around that time, and we got the former world tag team champions Finn Balor and JD McDonough.
So I think that's most of the Judgment Day off the board now, if not all of the Judgment Days now off the board.
Unless Carlito makes a miraculous comeback,
Yeah,
I think that is everybody.
That is everybody, yeah. Mostly in
I
tag
was
teams.
tempted to write Mr. Potato. I was tempted to write Mr. Potato Heads next to Finn, but I digress. Anyway,
going on people's heads.
It's because that massive big brain play I played during the War Games sweep. That's why.
See, I'm not saying anything because Dave's just happy to have won something for once.
All right. So Gary Morris, bit of an interesting choice here, especially when she's chosen this high up. He's going with Lash Legend.
You know, she's officially part of the main roster now. Going up with Nia Jax, who's on Tom's team now, another potential contender for the women's tag team titles.
Definitely. I mean, if that's his way of thinking, I think that's not a bad shout. Maybe for round 3. You know what? I don't hate it, but maybe could have slid down a little bit further down the list.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would be picking her higher than 5 at least. I think he's been shooting his shot too early in this draft so far, Gary.
I think maybe some female picks he would have already wanted to have already gone, and he's might be panicking a little bit. But speaking of women, Stacey Smith has given David Campbell's team a very women's touch so far, but we'll get men on the board. I'm trying to transition to keep the things going.
Well, if she does choose another woman for Team GOAT, then that means the rest of Team GOAT will have to be 2 men and a tag team.
Indeed. The less successful sequel to 3 men and a baby.
But it's it's 2 picks back and forth, so we could see maybe a tag team and another female, or a tag team and a male.
Yes, we'll see what Stacey has come up with on behalf of Mr. Campbell in a minute.
Just remember where the points lie. You know, think who could score big for their respective brands.
He's still at the point where he could go either way in terms of picks, either male, female, unless it's a female who goes in 3rd round. And we all know David Campbell likes to go both ways sometimes.
Although, based on his team selection in the past, he does seem to favour women over men.
You made that sound much more sus than I'm assuming.
Make of that what you will.
He's going to watch this back, send you to a timestamp link, and then call you prejudiced or something like that.
I really have no filter when it comes to these selection shows.
Tag team incoming. Don't have a name, just have tag team.
Oh.
That famous pick, tag team.
Just tag team.
That work.
All right. Kind of going with the theme of most of the other tag team picks so far.
He chose the Bella Twins, hasn't he?
No, it's 2 women who have involved in the segment last week on Raw. The only 2 who are not. Well, one's still on the board, but her tag team partner's been picked. He's picked Bailey and Lyra.
Okay.
Tag team. The 4th round pick incoming. That's quite a good pick, by the way. That's 2 kind of late round. That's kind of 2 late round Rumble picks off the board.
True.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, I wasn't really thinking about Lyra that much because she didn't really perform for me as much as I thought she would.
First time they've been chosen as a tag team as well. So does that mean Goat can now choose another woman and then finish with 2 males because he's chosen a female tag team?
Yeah. But the tag team's good though. Saying on
it.
Side note, Stacey wished she was allowed to pick the Bella Twins, but she's
of course she does.
It's amazing last season how much Nikki Bella was involved, and that's the one time that Stacey is not involved in a lot of time to step away from the draft.
Nikki Bella hasn't won any big matches since she came back.
No,
I mean, she lost to Becky Lynch in Paris. She lost to Stephanie at Survivor Series.
Taking it all. I know the score. I can't sing the theme tune. Solo Sikoa in round 4.
Interesting.
Goat did part of
Also-
the victorious team Goat's winning team from last season.
That is
Although he
true,
was
you
one of the
know.
lower scorers, and MFT seems to be having a bit of a resurgence as well.
Well, they
The
did
round
end
4
the
for
season
Solo,
on a
not
high.
bad.
You know, Solo was a bit of a boost for him right at the end, even though he didn't really need it. But winning that Survivor Series match over Sami Zayn, and
It helped push him, gave him a bit of breathing space going into Survivor Series.
of course,
Mhm.
I think it tells like he's been focused on the women's side and it has worked out from well. That maybe not what some people would have thought for his first male pick, but we'll wait and see where this Wyatt feud goes.
Well, Gary Morris has just consulted VAR, and he has noticed that his next pick has been left so far down the list. He's picking them right now. He is choosing AJ and Dragon Lee.
Could not believe it. Dad picked bloody Judgment Day over the two of them. Could not believe it. Could not believe that he left the two of them off the.
You thought I was going to say somebody else? Well, no, not quite. That's Gary got his tag team on the board. The World Tag Team Champions, probably the most mismatched tag team I've seen since Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso.
Yeah, VAR's given the red card to Dan Axel Jameson for picking Finn and JD over the actual tag team champions.
Stacey has confirmed she was gutted when she saw that Dickie Bell was available as he just pulled out of the draft. But
all right, who's Dan Axel got? So we have Okada, Tony Storm, and the Judgment Day for him so far.
We got Bubbles coming up. I'm waiting on the message. He is still in a decent position in terms of male, female, where you can pick. Well, you pick a singles pick who's on the WWE side. That is the question.
That's true. Yeah, he's got 2 AEW picks. I think he knows AEW better than WWE anyway.
And well, he seems to be annoyed at your comment. He even said, "Did you pick the women's tag in the Judgment Day over AJ Lee?" But you know, but he is going for the manager. He is going for the wise man, the Oracle, Paul Heyman.
Can't go wrong with Mr. Heyman, I'd say.
Nope. Can't go wrong with the wise man, especially when he's going to be all over the product with the Vision at the same time. Appearance points alone with backstage segments as well. Interacting with important key players. I think appearance points alone. I think Heyman's going to be the backbone of Dan's team here. Anyway, Robert fucking Shaw. Let's see who he's got for us. He is typing. So let's see. He's got Stephanie Vaquer, CM Punk, Becky Lynch. A fine team on paper, but let's see if he gets either a tag team or another male.
One of the best teams are male teams, but he has the best team.
Yep. I'm expecting maybe a tag team pick coming through at this stage. I doubt he'd be leaving a tag team pick this late on. Let's see if I'm right. Chances are probably won't be, but we'll see otherwise. Okay. He's gone with a male pick. He won the Listeners League with this guy during Rumble season, and he's going to go with him again. He takes Drew McIntyre.
Interesting. And it goes to show the big thing, especially with the losses to Cody repeatedly, how far Drew's falling in terms of selection that he's gone to this stage.
I am really liking Robert's team on paper at the minute. Some very big names on that list so far.
Although his team so far does look like they're 1 or 2 big losses, TV losses away from just ruining Robert's entire season.
I mean, that is true. Just because they're big names doesn't mean they're going to score big. I mean, just look at some of the teams from last season. Some picks you wouldn't expect to score big did end up scoring big.
Some people you would expect to score big and then they end up getting pregnant and having to leave. But, I'm not better. Who's your next pick?
Yes, I'm going to go with a man who I personally believe is the reason, is the primary reason that Dave didn't lose to AI last season. He is one half of the AAA World Mixed Tag Team Champions. He's also the NXT North American Champion, Ethan Page.
Yeah, very smart. I'm surprised he went as far as round 4 as well. I mean, he was one of my choices for round 3, but at the same time, it's I don't know if the steam's starting to run out a little bit, or maybe he might not have as many North American title defenses in such a short season. So
you just defended that against Mr. Iguana.
Mr. Iguana of all fucking people. But yeah, if the momentum's anything to go by, I think Ethan Page was a missed opportunity to have the captaincy on last season. Whether that momentum's dying down or not remains to be seen. But you never know. He's been a big part of NXT. I reckon at this stage for round 4, I think that's probably wise to take him now.
You'll excuse me for a brief second because he wants 2 members of the MFTs, but we're having a debate right now as to which 2 members he bloody wants. Because I don't
I've just
think he
realised
knows.
as well, Andy Mitchell's got both members of the Vision as singles picks.
I literally said that when he picked it.
So did I.
Speak up then.
I said that while I said that while I make my
decoration, honestly.
Yeah,
So
Robert in the chat says he likes Andy's team so far.
He's got Tamasonga and Tangaloa as his tag team representing the MFTs.
So I'll
Gorillas
just
of
mark that as
Destiny.
Gorillas of Destiny. Yeah,
Gorillas of
GOD.
Destiny. Interesting. I would have played
wait.
And imagine if it's the other 2 that go after the tag team titles, or they operate the Freebird rule.
Hold on, he may have made a mistake here. Hold on, one moment.
It's an opportunity for someone.
Hold on. Don't move on. Yes. Oh, never mind, he's leaving it. Too late.
Wait, who's leaving it?
He's
It looks
sticking
like
with
he was
Gio.
going to replace one of them with JC Mateo, but then he chose against it, so he's just sticking with GOD.
Oh, okay, so he's sticking with the Tongans.
Yeah. Honestly, JP.
They're all Tongans.
No.
They're all Tongans.
JC is from Hawaii, I think, or Guam, or something like that.
Matt Smith's probably got an idea now for his pick.
Yeah. I mean, he does need a tag team now, so he has seen the message, so he's just he's choosing
He's going to
at this stage.
pick the Wild Samoans.
But yeah, if he chooses the other members of MFTA, that will not surprise me. Maybe we've just given him a freebie in terms of for his next pick.
I wouldn't be annoyed.
No,
I was going to go for them.
Well, I think he's laughing now, so I don't know if it's towards JP or towards us, for letting it slip. But come on, Matt, don't keep us waiting here. Don't keep us in suspense. Give us the vibes. Is it going to be good vibes? Is it bad vibes? Is it tag team vibes? Is it female vibes? Oh, I'm disappointed. It's not tag team vibes. He's taking someone who has really fallen down the list when I think they could have been round 1 or round 2. He takes the AEW World Champion Samoa Joe.
It's interesting because he's got defending against Eddie Kingston, but that won't be counted because that's happening this week. So depends what's happening. He does a potential title defense at World's End, but yeah, it's interesting to see Joe slip down. Even though Joe's actually a champion, there's a potential trios defense in there as well. So Matt Smith could be onto something here.
I just find it mad we're going into 2026 with Samoa Joe as a world champion.
Mental.
Samoa Joe and CM Punk.
CM Punk.
First time since 2008.
Absolute nuts.
Anyway, Anthony.
Yes, Anthony, his pick will come in hopefully momentarily.
He's got his tag team already, so let's see if he can get some solo women on the board.
He's not. He's went for his third male. Third and final male. He's impressed so far in the C2. He's the former TNT champion, Kyle Fletcher.
Not bad. A big scorer for Tom Brock in the last season, defending the TNT title left, right, and center. I nearly misspelled his name and it was going to sound really dodgy. So just use your brain on that one.
Good Lord, man. Your brain is just a walking cesspit, isn't it? But
well, I'm autistic, so I mean, what do you expect?
Going on to my 4th round pick, it's another female I'm going to pick. And I thought I'd let them come down later on because they've not been on TV for a bit, but I've heard rumblings they could be back, especially for Rumble season. It's round 4. It's about that time. What time? Tiffy time.
Yes.
Not a bad shout, actually.
Smart pick at round 4. I'd say smart.
Round 4 for sure, yeah. Tiffany Stratton.
Take someone who's more likely to have success on TV before taking Tiffany Stratton, which is why I went for JC Jane.
Yeah, no, I think it's a strong team on paper. It's quite a strong team on paper.
I've had strong teams on paper before, and it's not always worked for me.
Well, that's very
not
true.
always, but it can work to your favor. Ooh, okay. Not entirely sure about this one, but I think he might be able to bounce back in some capacity. Could have a decent showing in the Royal Rumble as well. Bit risque, but I think it's worth it. I'm going to go for L.A. Knight. Yeah.
Could you say that through any more gritted teeth? Jesus.
Nope.
I mean,
'Cause I know what he came up short in the tournament, and he's not exactly favoured by the booking team just because of one sign that he showed. But
he got to the final. I mean, I know he beat the Miz and Zack Ryder to get there, but
and Jey Uso.
he still got. I beat Jey Uso. I didn't think. I thought it was going to be a Jey Gunther final, so he beat them. So
I'm glad we didn't get a Jey Gunther final. We've seen that match 3 times already.
Yeah, but it's WWE in 2025. I don't think it's the worst pick, Dave. I don't think it's the worst pick.
Mm-hmm.
Going down the list, another female for Tom Brock.
Another one.
A women's, yes, a
Okay.
women's champion now on his team. It will be the NXT North American Women's Champion. I said that the wrong order. Blake Monroe.
No, I get what you meant. Yeah,
So
I'm surprised she's been left down.
Have to be another male and a tag team.
Yes, I'm surprised Blake Monroe's been left that far down. I thought she was going to go round 3, maybe even round 2 at a push.
Oh, I don't know. She's not been stellar, I think, in NXT. I don't think she's been stellar.
It won't be her scoring, but she does have defense tomorrow night on NXT.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, she has teased a potential start of an open challenge of her own. So a few of those help with Tom Brock.
Okay.
Interesting.
So Andy Mitchell's got 2 picks now. He's got to get a tag team on the board, and I think his male-female split still looking okay.
He's going to NXT for his next female pick. He's going for Sol Ruka.
Mm-hmm. Not a bad shout.
And I await his 5th pick. He's got 2 women, 2 male, so he still needs his tag team, and he can pick one other person from either gender, so the split's quite good.
He needs a tag team though.
Yes, and he's went into the David Hockney playbook, page 65, and picked the Young Bucks.
Of course he does. I'm surprised nobody's picked the Bucks earlier as well. There's a lot of big names going so far.
No one else bought your book, Dave. Andy's the only one who bought your book.
Well, of course he picked my book, so
He
looks up to me.
He snuck a copy under his very large turtleneck and walked out the shop.
The book's so large he's trying to power lift it.
You can also get your copy of How to Lose a Draft by David Hockney. Not on Amazon.
Looking at Tom Brock and his list, he's the first available tag team. It is a team that Tom had before and brought him good luck. Hobbs and Shibata.
They did very well for him last season. I think at one point they were the highest scorers.
It's solid. It's solid because they're going to be on TV with Joe. As long as Joe's got the title, they'll be with Joe.
FTR and like AJ, Dragon Lee, the tag teams are quite low down on the list, but he had a few above them, which is surprising given that, again, like we said, they should have been higher up on his list, given how much a part of his success they were last season.
Yep. And anyway, my 5th round pick, I'm going to close things off with the timeless love bombs here. I will take Mina Shirakawa.
Dave has read the room. What is going on?
I have read the room.
It's interesting that no one's chosen to take them as a tag team just in case they don't win on Wednesday.
How has nobody picked up the other half of the timeless love bombs? That's staggering. It's like when got both members of FTR as solo picks last season. This is what that feels like.
Because she doesn't really appear as often as Tony. I mean, this is the most she's been on TV in a long time in terms of
programming. It is a short season. The women's tag team titles in AEW are still a hot commodity waiting to happen. So let's take a shot with the timeless love bombs on this one.
Yeah, I've noticed that I haven't really been on the AEW side of things recently for this team. I think this is going to be a season that leads to the Rumble. So I think this is the season to have a WWE heavy team. And one of my potential AEW picks is taken in Konosuke Takeshita. I'm going to go to AEW for my tag team. I'm going to try and speak English first. So put your hands in the air, everybody, and get Baltimore in your head because I'm taking Jurassic Express.
All right. First time we've seen Jurassic Express as a team in the draft for a very long time, but great to see Luchasaurus back in action,
Yes.
after his health scare.
And now I've realised that Jack Perry just replaced Darby in the Continental Classic, and I think I've made a grave error.
I mean, for a song that featured on season 4 of one of Netflix's most popular TV shows, stranger things have happened, Scott.
Just a note to all our competitors as well. We are getting into the final stages of selections. We're in round 5. We've got one more round to go. Please start considering who you will choose as your team captain, and please come up with a very creative team name. I swear to God, if I see one more reference to national pride or anything football related, come on, you can do better than that.
I mean, you've walked right into that, Dave. Anyway, we're going to walk right into Anthony Fitzpatrick's round 5 pick. He's going to NXT. He's going with Jordan Grace.
Very nice.
She was my pick to win the Iron Survivor Challenge as well. Seems like she's had a bit of a social media crash out as well.
Yeah, she's not really had the booking I don't think a lot of people would have thought she would have. So I don't. It wasn't.
I mean, we have said in the past, it's not a case of if but when with her. But now I'm starting to think, it might be another season before that happens. Yeah, very good, Dan. Anyway, who are we waiting on? It's Matt Smith. Come on, Matt. We need some more vibes here. You've been playing too much like a regular competitor here. You need to get some proper vibes in.
If that's what he's trying to do. The vibes have not gotten him that far on his own.
I thought he lived off vibes anyway. As long as he had vibes, he was always winning. But anyway, he needs
the results say otherwise.
He really needs a tag team now. So, wow. Talk about a vibey tag team. He is going with the team of Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland.
That's very vibey.
They do have a tag team match at World's End against Hobbs and Shibata.
That is true, but how regularly of a team will they be? I mean, they'll appear again, but it's about the post World's End.
It's a short season, though. I think it's probably worth it in this instance. If we're looking at maybe the WrestleMania to SummerSlam season, I'd have thought it was a foolish pick. But if he's thinking about World's End and maybe how often they appear on screen as a tag team, I can see the thinking behind it. So
nobody's going to pick the Tangles of Blood Bombs together, but someone will take Hangman and Swerve together. That is the weird logic of the draft. I'm waiting for GP to come in because he sent me one pick and that person was already taken, but now he sent me an actual pick. And he's going
for listeners' league mentality right there.
He said, female thing, which means you can go either way in the 3-2 split going into the final round. He's taking Alexa Bliss. And it's shocking that it took that long for it come back around to Alexa Bliss.
I mean, especially when Charlotte Flair went round 2.
Of course it was.
Is that everyone now? I think that's now finally everyone in that women's tag scene all picked.
Everybody in the
so,
Skamash. Yes, everybody in the big heated.
In the WWE one, at least, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's back to me. So I'm going to go with AEW. Back over to AEW. I'm going to keep the bald spirit alive, and I'm going to pick the man who I think this season potentially could become the new leader of the Death Riders. I'm going to pick the Swiss Superman himself, Big Claudio Castagnoli.
You know what? I don't hate it. I think he's winning in the Continental Classic Group A at the minute as well.
52 points he scored last season.
In the past, he's been primarily done as part of the Death Riders, but as a tight end in the past, you get picked alongside Wheeler Yuta in a team. But
I would. There's many things I would rather do than pick Wheeler Yuta. I would definitely not like to listen to him do a promo. So.
All right, Robert Shaw. Let's see you get that. Let's see you get a team on the board here.
I can't wait till David watches this draft.
And looks like Robert's saving his tag team for last because he's rounding off his team with the Ultimo Monet, Mercedes Monet.
Now, see, I thought about Monet, but she
Mm.
lost the Ring of Honor Television Championship last week. So I think the downward spiral is beginning. I think she's going to lose a lot.
I think he's shot himself on the foot here with this one. I mean, if she's going to start dropping titles, then you know what the title rule is, right?
I mean, it's not
You
on
know-
TV. That happened at Final Battle, so that wouldn't have kind of.
Yeah, but she could
did turn around the
still
very
lose.
next night for another TBS defense, so
I mean-
she's still got the TBS belt for now.
We can't really fault Robert for not watching Ring of Honor because let's be brutally honest, who watches Ring of Honor?
Why didn't they just take Ring of Honor and put it on AEW programming is beyond me. But
The pay-per-views are
digress.
fine, but the TV show, I didn't. But yeah, I think he's maybe good pick, wrong time.
Dan needed at least one female, and then his last one could be either way. So he has gone for a female. And he's going for another pick that will primarily be appearance points. It's one of the worst general managers in recent memory, Ava.
Really?
Oh, babies, Jesus.
Oh my gosh. And yet there was so many other general managers he could have chosen from.
Double appearance bump. Yeah.
But this does leave him open for the last round to not have to pick a specific general. He can still go either way on the 3-2 split.
Anyway, Gary Morris with his 5th round pick. He's got his tag team. He's got 2 women and a ruler. So I think he's still got some flexibility with his options. So he could choose a man and a woman in this case.
I completely
Or
forgot
he could
to
choose.
Boba
He
Fett
could just.
until you said that there. I was like, a ruler? What?
All right. And speaking of general managers, Gary Morris has clearly been paying attention because he's going to take one of the general managers, Nick Aldis. Which means his last pick can be male or female. He's got options. But now Team Goat's got to make both. Stacey's got to make the last 2 picks for Team Goat now.
At least one of them has to be male. The other one can be female.
Yes. One of them has to be at least male.
And in typical David Campbell fashion, he will be picking his captain tomorrow.
Yeah, because he doesn't really know who the team is. I think that's also going to be the same for Tom Bro. Tom has sent me a team name earlier today, but I don't have a captain. I don't know who he was going to get.
Tom will send his in a message. David will have like a grandeur entrance or something like that with party poppers and stuff. And a bottle of cheap Bucks Fizz. Not the stuff that they get at the West End Country Club. Costs a lot less money, but that's not the point.
Who cares what it costs? It's about the experience.
Of course he has. Of course he has. Round 5, continuing the theme of the last 2 picks. Of course, it's Scrap Daddy, Adam Pearce.
Of course.
All the GMs come out to play here. I don't want to skip over Dave saying doesn't matter how much you cost. That's definitely not something a Tory would say, isn't it, Dave? And for the final pick for Team Goat, I'm assuming it's sticking with Team Goat.
That's who it is, yeah. I'd be shocked if he didn't.
All right. So, get your team names in, folks, because we're going to be doing a full roll call once the final selections have been made.
Dan Axel has made a point that Iva did score more than Nick Aldis last season. So.
Fair enough.
A man who looks at the numbers. Fair play. I respect it.
Yeah, more than one of the hosts does. Anyway.
Help us round up Team Goat here.
It can be either way, but will he end on another strong female or will he surprise us?
So team names and captains as well. So if you haven't chosen a captain already, make sure you've got one lined up.
Apparently I stole 3 of Campbell's picks.
Which were...
He wanted EO, he wanted Raquel and Roxanne, and he wanted Claudio. So to compensate for Claudio, he's chosen another member of the Death Riders, a man whose nickname is what he's going to be calling me for the next week, baby. He's going with Pac.
The bastard. Another man in the continent.
It's nice. You know what? Not seen Pac for a while in the draft.
No, he's not been drafted for a good pick.
The bastard Pac. Anyway.
Tom did message me, by the way, to ask who he has so far. I've told him who he has, and he has one more pick to go. So there's a chance we could get a captain announced from Tom Brock. So more on that.
Oh, very bold final pick from Gary Morris. He could choose a man or a woman. He's not chosen a man or a woman. He's chosen a beast. Brock Lesnar.
I thought you were going into China's theme song there. He's not treating his pick like a woman, not treating her like a.
Can you
Yeah,
imagine if he
that's
showed up
nice.
in the Rumble and just caused sheer carnage? Like, that would just fuck everybody's draft up.
But at what cost? At what moral cost?
You know what? I actually didn't even consider the fact that Brock Lesnar could appear in the Royal Rumble.
So Dan Israel Jameson has chosen a male for his final pick. Not just a male, another AEW pick to round us off.
Did Gary choose his name and captain, Dave?
Not yet, no.
We'll come back to him.
We'll just do a roll call at the end, yeah.
Dan hasn't given his either, but he has given his final pick. Another men's AEW pick, another men's champion. I thought about it, but I can't be hurt again. I've been burned too many times. The TNT champion is off the board. Mark Briscoe.
That's the first time Briscoe's been drafted.
It is, yeah.
I couldn't go for the TNT champion again.
I think this has been a while since the TNT champion has been drafted round 6 as well.
I can't remember. Fletcher was quite high up last season.
All right. Robert, we need to get you a tag team on the board. Otherwise, your team is invalid. You know the rules. And he is typing, so I imagine
Dave's going to show up at Robert's work with like a big handwritten
This
letter.
is either going to be the maddest tag team we've ever seen, or he's had a safe option that he's been holding on to, and they've made it to round 6.
Robert is going to go safe.
He is, yes. Well, if we can't choose a draft for him, then I guess he'll just have to do it himself. He chooses DIY.
He's going to go safe.
You know what? On paper, it's pretty star-studded. I'm not going to lie.
On paper, it's not going to win.
Kind of like what your team was like last season, straight edge brutality. I mean, it looked good on paper, but it didn't quite get the job done.
Yeah. I mean, what am I going to go with here?
You've got a tag team. You've got you need a woman. You need a woman.
Yeah. My team name is going to be Reach for the Stars.
Climb every mountain higher, reach for the stars.
Captain, I think I'm going to go EO.
As you do it.
My round 6 pick may seem underwhelming, but I'm going to go with Fallon Henley.
Women's speed champion.
She's got a championship.
That's right, yeah, she's speed champion.
You did.
You
know what? Did not know that.
For round 6, not bad. Not bad at all.
I picked her because she goes everywhere with JC Jane. She's got 58 points last season.
And if she defends the speed championship, that's title points as well.
I forgot she had the speed title, so yeah, double bonus.
I think that could be a steal, actually.
The MFT tobacco did make me hate JP. This one has really annoyed me. It said, ask the board. If a masked man appears and it's said to be Austin Theory, do you get backdated points on that basis?
No.
I didn't think so, but he's making me ask. I missed him back. Please don't do this to me.
No, you don't get backdated points. Also,
this is El Grande Americano all over again.
Yeah, exactly.
The incident was last season.
If it pleases the board, in the meantime, while we wait for his actual pick, I've got Dan's captain and team name.
Okay, yeah, let's hear it. Dan
Jameson is going for Tony Storm as his captain.
Good shout.
And he's going with the Essex Elite. He's taking that name back.
Apparently, I've stole 4 of Campbell's picks. He also had Fallon Henley on his list.
Robert's given me his team name and captain as well. So Robert fucking Shaw is returning with the Draft Bastards, and his team captain is Stephanie Vaquer.
That is fair. I could be expected. Now, the exact words JP has said is "fuck it, Theory, go for it." So Austin Theory is the underwhelming end to JP's team.
I was expecting that from Matt, to be honest, but you know what? If Austin Theory does appear to be the masked man, then fair fucking play to him. But anyway, Gary Morris, I think, gets the best team name so far. So he's gone with his captain is Obafemi. Thank God somebody's listening to us on doing the analysis. And his team name is Ruler Britannia.
JP's just combusted.
Oh, very good, Gary. Very good. The West End Country Club would be proud of you with that title. Anyway, does JP have a team name and a captain?
Let's see, shall we?
In the meantime, while we wait for that,
I'm trying to think of my own team name and captain, and I'm getting all this thrown at me.
Matt Smith is picked his final pick. He needs to choose a female, and he's chosen
surely
an outsider bet for the Royal Rumble.
Surely.
I did subtly mention her before, but she has been officially confirmed. It is AJ Lee.
Let's
light it up, light it up, light it up, light it tonight. I mean, she was a big talking point in one of our shows last season, and somebody's taken a shot on her.
Yeah, it was going to be Matt. Always going to be Matt.
You know what? Another dark horse pick for the Royal Rumble. You know, alongside like Tiffany Stratton, Io Sky, I think.
I have the information we need from Mr. Fitzpatrick so that he can safely go to bed.
Good. Well, he needs a woman.
Yep. His captain's going to be Dirty Dom.
As you do.
His team name is Listeners League. Completed it, mate. And his final pick, a stellar pick for me last season, Marina Shafir.
That's fair.
Yeah. Listeners League completed it, mate. Okay. And Marina Shafir is his last pick?
Marina Shafir is the last pick.
Very good. Any other team names or captains from Matt or JP?
JP is not given a team name, but he has said that he's going for Ilya as his captain.
Yeah, smart move.
Smart. He's learning well, that JP. Matt Smith actually has put in his team name and captain. I just got it lost in the chat. His team name is 2 a.m. Kickoff Vibes. Football related, yawn. But yes, and his team captain, Konosuke Takeshita.
That's fair.
Right. Scott, what you got?
Well, I got that is a decent question to ask. Because I'm trying to look at
the you can swing either way if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's my private life, Thank you very much.
If you get JP's team name through, let us know, because he's the only one without one so far.
Yeah. He's just waiting for him to get back to me on that one. He'll wait till the bloody thing's finished without knowing him. This is really annoying right now. I thought a better pick towards the end than this. You know what? He's on.
A couple of options for you.
Pick from SmackDown. He's not been picked. He's not really performed now, but he might start picking things up coming the Rumble time. I'm going to go for Damian Priest as my final
pick. Damian Priest.
Nice.
You know what? Not bad for round 6, especially on the tumble he's been on.
Yeah, and I've worked out the split. I don't think I was going to get much better than the picks I've already got on the female side of things.
Again, on paper, decent team.
Yeah. Draft Express will be great once the Continental Classic ends.
I mean, there was a couple of picks I maybe swayed with, but depends. I'll see how Dave. I'll see what Dave goes with. I don't want to give away the ghost for Dave still picking females.
I can choose male or female though, which is a good thing. And I do have a name that's been in my head, and it's literally bouncing at me to choose him. So I'm going to take the boy that is bouncy, Javon Evans.
Cannot believe he slipped to the third last pick of the bloody draft.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I
Mega
didn't pick him is
mind.
I think he's
Mega
going to
mind.
lose to Open. I think he's going to lose
Maybe,
to Open.
but
That's why I didn't.
you know,
That's why
I think he'll still get some momentum, in the short span, we have going from Iron Survivor winner.
Cannot believe we got Pac and Austin Theory before Javon Evans.
He needed to be drafted, I think, at this stage. It doesn't matter at what point, but obviously, he's got a title match lined up with Obafemi. It's worth having him on the team anyway, especially if it means he gets some exposure on the build up along the way.
So I'm waiting to confirm because Tom Brock sent me a pick, and then I remind him this is the last round. So I'm just double checking with him that he's really wants.
Sorry, I should have said for the West End Country Club as well. My team captain is Liv Morgan.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I'm waiting to confirm with Tom Brock that he's willing to go with that last person, because otherwise I'm going to have to make the decision for him. But I do have finally a team name from JP, and again,
thank God.
I hate you, JP. So I hate you so much. I'm trying to be nice, but I hate you, God, so much. So obviously, Ilya Dragunov, the captain. Team name.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. Vince touched me in my no-no square. I remind you, we're live on YouTube, Twitch, and bloody Twitter. I mean,
you know what? Can you just repeat that? I think I just got distracted by the sheer insanity of that name.
Please make me say it again,
please don't. Please don't. Scott, have you given your team name yet?
I think I'll go back to an old favorite. I'm going to go with Cody Rhodes for the captain. I think that's what I might change it leading up to the Rumble, depending on what happens. And I think
we've got to read that team name out on the analysis shows now. God damn it, JP.
And I think what happened with my last two picks, it just proved something I've said for a long time, that drafting ain't easy. So that's going to be my team. I'm bringing back an old favorite. Confirming with Tom Brock, he will have Sami Zayn as his captain, and his final pick will be his fellow Dutchman, Aleister Black.
He also said on Sami Zayn, though.
I think he's on TV. Bianca's not on TV right now.
Now, he has a team name that he sent me earlier on, and if it's a reference I don't get, please someone explain it to me. It's a mouthful. That's what she said. Blame Big Time Rush for a bad result.
What?
Blame Big Time Rush for a bad result.
Okay.
Is that the Nickelodeon TV show he's referencing?
I think I've heard the term Big Time Rush, but I don't know.
Blame Big Time Rush for what, sorry? A big result?
Bad result.
Bad result.
He must have...
I really didn't get that.
That's probably why he's not drafting live. He's probably went to see Big Time Rush. That's probably why it's probably doing why he's not.
So there you go. That's his team name, and that's his final pick. And
oh well.
For somebody who wasn't here, it was not a bad team, I think, for the most part for him. But we'll talk about that in our later analysis show. But
yes,
golf comes down to Big Andy.
Yes, to round off the draft, we have Captain Braun Breaker, team name Andre Michel's first day picks.
Now that's a good team.
Andre Michel's Thursday picks.
Thursday.
Thirsty picks, okay.
Thirsty as in if you need a drink. Thirsty.
Got you.
Thirsty as in DR on Twitter.
His final pick is the definition of a bold last round pick. We've not seen him on TV for a while. The Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
Oh my God. How has he slipped that far down? Especially when...
Because there's a lot of talk that he's out for a while, but there's a lot of talk that he's going to be back for the Rumble.
If you're going to have it like that, you save it for the final round, so I cannot blame.
Yeah, he did have to have a dental procedure done apparently, but apparently he's going to be back sooner than we think. Oh, Andy, fair play. You've really been paying attention to what's going on.
See that, ladies and gentlemen? It's truly a Christmas miracle. David Hockney paid Andy Mitchell a compliment. Wow. Every time that happens, an angel gets its wings.
Mm-hmm.
That is all our teams, that's all the captains applied, and all the team names given. All it remains is to sit back, relax, and judge everyone else's life decisions.
Hang on, we got to do a roll call first.
Here we go. All right.
Yep. So, just to round things off, quick roll call. We have Andy Mitchell with Andy Michel's Thirsty Picks. Team captain Braun Breaker, Andre Michel's Thirsty Picks. Captain Braun Breaker, Chris Statlander, Bronson Reed, Saul Ruka, the Young Bucks, and Jacob Fatu. We have Tom Brock with Blame Big Time Rush for a Bad Result. Bianca Belair, Captain Sami Zayn, Nia Jax, Blake Monroe, Hobson Shibata, and Alistair Black. There's myself with the West End Country Club. Captain Liv Morgan, FTR, Ricochet, LA Knight, Mina Shirakawa, and Javon Evans. Scott McLeod, drafting in easy. Roman Reigns, Captain Cody Rhodes, JC Jane, Tiffany Stratton, Jurassic Express, and Damian Priest. Anthony Fitzpatrick. Yep, Listeners League winner Anthony Fitzpatrick with Listeners League completed mate Captain Dominic Mysterio, the Kabuki Warriors, Don Callis, Kyle Fletcher, Jordan Grace, and Marina Shafir. Matt Smith with 2 a.m. kickoff vibes. Rhea Ripley, Logan Paul, Captain Konosuke Takeshita, Samoa Joe, Hangman and Swerve, and AJ Lee. Oh God, I've got to read this team name out. JP with Vince touched me in my no-no spot. Gunther, Captain Ilya Dragunov, Maxine Dupree, Gorillas of Destiny, Alexa Bliss, and Austin Theory. Then we have Stephen Wilson, Team Reach for the Stars. Don't know where he's got that from. But Captain Io Sky, Roxanne and Raquel, Jey Uso, Ethan Page, Claudio Castagnoli, and Fallon Henley. Robert fucking Shaw and the Draft Bastards. Captain Stephanie Vicaire, CM Punk, Becky Lynch, Drew McIntyre, Mercedes Moné, and DIY. Dan Axel Jameson, the Essex Elite. Kazuchika Okada, Captain Tony Storm, Finn Balor and JD McDonough of the Judgment Day. Paul Heyman, Ava Rain, and Mark Briscoe. Best team name of the day so far goes to Gary Morris with Team Ruler Britannia. Oba Femi, team captain. Chelsea Green, Lash Legend, AJ Lee, not that one, AJ and Dragon Lee, Nick Aldis, and Brock Lesnar. And then finally, last season's winner, hoping to do a back-to-back, it's the GOAT, David Campbell, with Team GOAT. Captain Jade Cargill, Charlotte Flair, Bailey and Lyra Valkyria, Solo Sikoa, Adam Pearce, and Pac.
Oof, that is a mouthful. That is a lot of picks. And it's going to be a hell of a few weeks leading into the Royal Rumble. What do you guys think out there? Would you have drafted better, or do you think there's some people who have missed? Are you annoyed that we didn't say his name and he didn't appear in anyone's draft team? Exactly. Let us know what you think. And also, remember, Stephen Wilson will tell you all the details, but you can still join the listeners. There's still time to get involved. Have your decisions also judged by us. Pick from the different pools. And be like Anthony Fitzpatrick and be up here with the big boys. Although when you're joined up here, you'll be in the Giant Rumble through to Mania season, which means you get paired also with one of us, as that's the tag team season. Stephen, how can people get involved with the Listeners League?
Get in touch with us on our X page at wrestling_draft. Comment on this video either on YouTube or Twitch as well. And yes, you can join in. It's where we've discovered people like JP.
Yeah. Please don't be like JP. You'll be doing something well if you're not like JP.
JP's going to get us cancelled. I can tell.
Honestly, I am without speech. But anyway, on to, happier times, hopefully. But, we'll be back, me and David, to analyse all these picks. We'll be here to give you the week-by-week breakdown leading in to the Royal Rumble. But, it's been long enough for a show. So from myself, Stuart McLeod, from my co-host, Stephen Wilson, and David Hockney, we bid you adieu. Thank you for tuning in live. And we'll see you back here. Same draft time, same draft channel. Bye-bye.
Happy holidays, everyone.